Hello, it's Nigby. So there is the one that I've just picked, and what it is one of these. It's a Lockwood MT5. I think these are part of the Victoria Power distribution company's suite of locks. Well, I bought these off eBay, but had them shipped to Greg's house in Australia, and then while they were shipping a parcel over to me, they bought some more because they wanted to spread the Australian love. So I've got a couple more of these for trade. I want to keep one. I've already given 2 away to Lockpicking Paul and QTube. So coming up is my pick and gut video of it. As I say, it's there all laid out. Still, I've got to put it back together. Had a mini disaster. If I was going for a belt ranking on this, I wouldn't get it because I had to stop filming and unbrick the lock. Not quite sure what happened. Ended up like this, and I think possibly what happened is that the ball bearing dropped into the sidebar groove or something like that as I was trying to slide it out. Anyway, the disaster was averted, but I had to stop the filming and do it. Anyway, so coming up is my pick and gut of the MT5. So glad to get it on film. It's a real sort of milestone lock for me, even in its neutered form. Anyway, so thanks to Greg and TO2, and yeah, here comes the video. Okay, let's have all those. So let's put some focus on. Sliders all over to the left. Let's see if anything's binding first of all. Click out of 2. Click out of 3. And we'll click out of 1. Click out of 5. And click out of 4. So we'll check that alpha pin now. Okay, felt a little bit of core movement from that alpha pin. So back to these pins. So a quick feel at the sliders. Okay, and I've got a definite core movement now. Obviously it was the alpha pin that was holding me up. Okay, this is good. Let's go in and have a feel at these sliders now. Actually, let's just double check that inner pin. Okay, a little bit of movement of some of the sliders. And check that in the pin again. Let's just double check those top pins. A little bit of movement out one there maybe. And a little bit more movement. Okay, and there we go. Finally got it open. So glad to get that on video. So let's move all this stuff out of the way. And it was bright sunshine when I started this. I need to turn some lights on. So make an attempt to keep this in shot. Of course, I've knocked everything up into the coal. And we can't get it turned back. Okay, what can we do? Maybe if we try gutting it with the pin and shoot. Okay, that looks like it's got everything. And have we just bricked it? Ball bearing into the sidebar maybe. Rats. No. Drive a pin into. Okay, it looks like I've bricked it, but I got it picked. I'm going to stop filming now and try and unbrick it. Great. Okay, managed to unbrick it, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but I'm going to now, let's carry on gutting it as normal. Okay, so and I've forgotten to put my finger on the bottom for the sidebar. You can see that there's the sidebar has just popped out. And let's just get hold of those sidebar pins. Okay, and losing key pin number 1. Just pop that back in, and that ball bearing has just come from that spot there. Okay, and then we've got the sliders there. So let's just pop it in the pin and shoe for safety now, even though the worst stuff has already happened. And drop these pins out. So 1, 2, 3, and a master. 4 and a master. MT5, and that has got a master on the top, and then just the alpha pin to come out of there. So let's just separate all that off there. So tiny little master wafer on top of there, and pin 1 is a pin-in pin. So spin this over now, and we can take out, actually there's no point in keeping it in that now, these sidebar pins, and they always seem reluctant to come out. Start from the back. Okay, so four, 2, 1. Try not to knock them back in. 5. So there you go. Look around that core. That's the sidebar groove, drill protection, ball bearing. That's the upper pins with the alpha pin in the back. And there we go. Let's get the drivers out. There's a good chance that my wife is going to walk in at any point now, because this has taken me all morning to get on film. So we've got pin-in-pin driver in 1, and a hugely long spring. Pin-in-pin driver in 2, and another massively long spring. Another pin-in-pin driver. And these springs are absolutely ferocious. Okay, last pin-in-pin driver, last spring. They make putting this lock back together really difficult because they're so strong. And then the last pin to come out is the driver for the alpha pin, and that's driven by another spring the same. So inside that core, you've got the groove at the bottom for the sidebar, and then all the holes in the Bible. We've got the sidebar. Sidebar is, put some focus on. Sidebar bitting is determined by the sliders, so everything's just in line on that. There's one of my sliders, so you can see that it's a mastered slider with 2 true gates in, and I don't know if you're going to be able to make this out, or if I'm going to be able to get the focus sorted enough. You can just make out those false gates on there. And then all of the drivers are pin-in-pin with the inner pin. Where's that gone? There it is. A slight serration on just the inner pin and standard pins on the outer. So that's my Lockwood MT5. I'm going to cut this off now before my wife comes in shouting hello. That's it.